Yo, what's up guys? Faded Pigeon here. Today I'm going to be showing you all my warm-up routine that I do for all tournaments and just in general whenever I'm playing. It's not going to be that long since I don't usually warm up for that long, maybe like an hour max. So we're just going to get straight into it. All right, so basically first thing that I do, pretty standard, just go into an empty creative map. I just use the block or whatever. I haven't actually changed any of my creative island settings, but I just go into the block and I free build for like 5 minutes. That's literally it, just to see if my mechanics suck as they usually do, or if I'm feeling good for today, which as you can see I'm definitely not. Just do this, do like different high ground retakes that I have in mind, do like random edits, maybe even some edits that are like really awkward to do in game, some imaginary piece through a window, but you basically just do this for a couple of minutes, try and get your fingers warm. If you don't know what to free build, which I actually have the problem of as well, because I don't know, I'm just not creative as fuck. What you can do is you can just watch other pros free build and just try and copy just whatever they're doing. Like for an example, you could start doing side jumps, just chain side jumps together, or what I like doing right now is placing a ramp in front of me, edit out the side, and then do this right at peak. This just really helps with using more of your edits instead of just the typical arch, or like just like I did there. Instead of doing this edit, I just tactical sprint out and jump. The more edits and the more free builds you can find to implement, the better. So just do this for a couple minutes and then you should be fine. You can also do this in any 1v1 map if you just want to queue a private map. Just do that. But in my opinion, if you actually want a free build on the lowest delay possible, just go into your own creative map, since you'll have the best ping and the least amount of delay, since there's like just one platform. And then once you do that for a couple minutes, we'll go on to the next thing. All right, so after I'm done free building for a lit, I have a list of all my favorite maps right here. What I'll usually do, depending on the tournament, let's say I'm just doing like, I don't know, an opens, I'll just hop straight into headshot box fights. This is easily the best map you can play to warm up, because you can practice your builds if you really want to, but you already did that since you're free building creative. But the best thing that you can do is practice your aim, because it's actual targets. It's not like you're aiming at an AI or anything. And also people just have very different, like every person has a different movement pattern, right? So you're basically practicing on any scenario in game, especially since if you can hit shots in this map where people usually have unrealistic movement compared to in game, if you're able to hit shots here, then you'll definitely be able to hit shots in game. So you just queue this. As you can see, it's just a regular box fight map, except you only have a pump. And basically your goal is to hit max damage. My aim sucks. Basically once you hit max damage, you get the kill. Very simple idea. It's harder than it looks at the beginning, especially if you're not warm, but just do this for like most ideal time, probably I'd say 30 minutes. If you do this for 30 minutes, then you'll have really good aim for the day. That's really all you need. So as you can see, everyone moves very differently. They're all just like jumping about or crouching or just doing something. And this guy's tactical sprinting. So basically you just end up doing this for like 30 minutes. Mine is really rusty right now because I just got on, but that's normal. You can do a little bit of free building, do different ways of aiming, that you can do that as well. As you can see, he's just tactical sprinting about, just doing random things. And even though that seems annoying, it is still arguably the best way to practice your aim. Because if you can hit shots on people like that, then you'll be able to hit shots on basically anybody in game. As I said, 30 minutes. If you really want to, you can do it even longer, especially if you're especially since this season at FNCS we've had round 2 and 3 on the same day. So I'd say when it comes down to it, this is easily the best practice map that there is right now. There's also the Reason one. You can play that as well. It just has less players. Just try and actually track your target, follow their movements and everything, and then and just keep doing that. Don't flick unless you really have to. If you think tracking is your weakness, then you should just track your opponent. But if your tracking's good, then you can do flicks. Just in general, try to avoid flicking as much as you can and just keep your crosshair on the opponent. As a general tip when aiming, just try and keep your crosshair above where you would normally have it. That way, even if you think your crosshair's at head height, sometimes you're a bit too low, or who knows. And it's just way easier in general for you to adjust your crosshair. It's way easier to adjust your crosshair upwards than it is downwards. So just keep your... Why is Henry in my headshot boxes? Just keep your crosshair as high up as you can. Next, what I do is I load into this map right here, which seems like a bad map because every single time you see a map with like aim, edit, piece control in the name, usually it sucks. Now the final part of my warm-up routine, this map, you go get your guns. What I recommend, you don't need to get all the guns, you only need like 2. Just get the DMR and a shotgun. You can get a pump or a gatekeeper, doesn't matter. I'd recommend only putting the thermal scope on it. You can even put 4x if you want to practice like really scuffed DMRs, but realistically. Then you go over here to the sniper/AR section, you just put bounce tracking. And then you just sit here. This is easily the best map to practice your DMR aim with. You can also do aim duels, but this is, in my opinion, better. So you just do this. Usually, this is the map that I play the most. I usually sit in here for like a good 30 to 40 minutes because I feel like DMR aim, especially when you're playing comp, is the most important thing you can have. So you just do this for a while, learn how to track targets at different heights, different distances. Then if you want to practice tracking in general, outside of this, you go over here to the bounce arena, just jump in. Sit in here and just kill a couple of bots. Try and keep your crosshair as long as you can on them. And typically my rule of thumb for this map is avoid body shots. I like to be a little harsh on myself, and I say whenever I do hit a body shot, especially with a shotgun, then I restart my entire routine. Not my entire routine, but I go back to the DMR tracking of the map until I'm flawless. Just sitting here for like, I don't know, 10 minutes, since you probably already practiced your shotgun aim anyway in the headshot box fights. And then if you want to wrap it up, this is the one good part of the map. Barrier jump right here. Basically track the bots while also moving around. These barriers you won't die, but you will take damage, and the whole point of it is just to practice your movement while you're aiming. If you're gonna focus on anything, I'd say the DMR tracking and this is the best thing that you can do. And you just do this for a couple more minutes. Alright, so that's gonna be the end of the video. It was pretty short. I mean, I have a very simple warm-up routine that anyone can copy. It's just very simple maps, very simple things to do, and it's very helpful. Even though it might not seem like it, a lot of people just do extra stuff like doing 1v1s, which you can do. That's definitely very helpful. But in my opinion, just doing the headshot box fights is enough for me. And yeah, that's basically it. I have nothing else to say. Just do this for an hour a day and you should be fine. This is easily not one of the best, but this is a very good warm-up routine that you can follow. And that's going to be it. Use my supported creator code. You can see it right below the webcam and also in the description. And I will catch you guys in the next upload. Bye bye.